Good evening, everybody, and welcome to yet another episode of the greatest spectacle that graces your viewing screen every Tuesday at exactly 6:30 p.m. I am the Rank King himself, Austin Morad, joined, as course of always, by my two brethren, Oracle Vo and Noble Knight Greg. This is the Rank King's Court. How are we doing today, boys?
We're good. We're back. I know we say it every week, but we're here. Not canceled yet.
I think you
Go
give
for
that
another
exact.
week. Why not?
You give that exact
Every time.
response. Good. We're here.
We're
Glad
here.
to be back.
Not canceled.
Not canceled.
Until we get canceled, I'm going to keep saying it.
It's a very Vo thing to say, honestly. You're just glad to be here. Don't even
All by myself tonight.
I know, it's kind of nice actually. I get to stay in the comfort of my home.
Must be nice.
You boys play nice now. But we have a wonderful show for you all tonight. It has to do with some seasons. Some new seasons coming in, people. But let's talk really quick about, first of all, where is Vo located today?
I mean, Vo, if you want, I can read it off still if you want. Like,
Yeah.
I know this is your foray.
Go ahead. If you can remember it, I'll help you out if you forget.
All right. Well, Votash is live where RankKing's Court is always live, and that is Union Fitness Studios, located on the North Shore of Pittsburgh. Union Fitness is more than a traditional gym. It's a place where you can transform yourself inside and out, with a variety of classes based around fitness, yoga, strength, and performance training. Union Fitness holds... Darn, I messed up on that one. All right, continue, though.
At Union Fitness, they believe that it is their duty to hold themselves and their clients to a higher standard. They practice what they preach and uphold the values that make Union Fitness the community that it is. Go to unionfitness.com today to sign up for a consultation. Through Union, there is strength.
That wasn't a lot of oomph on that, by the way, bud. You have to, like, put some emphasis on the end right there, you know? Like, through Union, there is.
You never do it like that.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Screw you. Yes, I do. Add some inflection on it. Add some emotion on it. You're too melatonin, if you will, or melon. Is it melatonin?
Yeah, you're saying that because you're not here. You wouldn't say that to my face.
I would.
Parking lot, Greg. Parking lot.
I'd still say it.
Drive
to your
all
face.
the way. Well,
you know.
This is going great so far, guys. We should do shows like this more often. But yes, Union Fitness is a great place to be to work out. And you know what was also great? Last week's Serial episode. 100% probably was one of the best shows we've done in a long time, because Serial is just the shit, and I enjoy it. And anyone who thinks otherwise or lists some bad cereals, you're bad. You need to eat good cereals.
Oh, he's calling you out.
Crunch.
I was gonna say, like, in terms of the list that I recall, Austin, I don't believe you actually had too many ones that were, you know, wild and out there. Maybe, although you were surprised by how acceptable everyone was with Raisin Bran as a cereal. But I love Raisin Bran. I love Raisin Bran, and I give you credit, by the way, for putting peanut butter flavored cereal in there, knowing damn well that you can't eat it. That's a benevolent thing to do on your part.
It's something I don't do often, but I feel like if I left it off this list, the internet would have a conniption and freak out. But they don't know, if I eat it, I will die. So it is a
have we ever tested that though? Technically, just saying.
Idea for episode 100.
I like that idea. We can
feed Austin everything he can't eat.
You all could explain to my girlfriend of why she's sticking me with a needle and then driving me to the hospital.
The ranking was good. I would say Lucky Charms, probably that would give some people a reason to be mad at you a little bit.
Why? Because I put it on
a number 8. I feel like it would be a little higher for some people.
I'm still telling you, you guys need to take advantage of the thing and just buy the marshmallows by themselves. Why not? I think that's the only thing that people would do. Maybe that's episode 100. Maybe it's all about marshmallows. Who the hell knows? In case you're wondering, we don't know what episode 100 is, but we're trying to still figure it out. But I mean, in fairness, I'm impressed that you even gave us the topic for this week.
We don't even know what episode 98 is.
Hold on. hold the phone. I always provide it to you the day before. I should probably do it better in providing it earlier. But my brain says, nah, procrastinate the shit out of this. And it does. But as always, if the show is going on, that means we have a topic. So don't go. We're good, all right? And if you haven't noticed, people, I'm wearing a little bit of an attire tonight. More than just the normal crown. We have an interesting display of colors because tonight's episode is fall-based. That's right, fall.
I thought it was going to be about lumberjacks, damn it.
Oh, you know what?
It could be.
Could be.
I don't know if I have I'd probably have to go grab a beard for it. I don't know if I have it.
You know what you look like, Austin? You look like a piece of candy corn.
Oh. It's corn.
I'd be nervous if I saw my candy corn with some like black on there. Just saying, that's some burnt candy corn. If that's
that turns your teeth into black. That's what candy corn is. But I digress. Tonight's episode, all fall things. Things. In case you haven't wondered, summer just ended, so now fall is in swing. There's a lot of stuff that's going on, and attires change, people change, the fall and the leaves change. It's about to get crazy up in this house. I love me some fall, but we're going to get that in a very hot second because that is tonight's little debate topic. Spoiler alert. But let's jump in. First of all, let's jump right into it. Radical ranking number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot have fall without specific fall foods. There is something about fall that makes me feel like I am coming alive and eating new things. Well, not new things, but new in the moment. Things I haven't had in quite some time that I look forward to in fall every single time. How do you guys feel? Like, it does when seasons come around, do you expect some type of food? And don't say what food it is, but you're expecting some type of food.
Well, I've been on record before because depending on the seasons also determines what's like in season with regards to grocery stores and what's being grown and all that stuff. But I also have said this before related to beer because seasons affect beer because in the winter it's all porters and stouts. The spring is all IPAs. The summer is all the wheats and hefeweizens, and the fall is nut brown ales and pumpkin beer. So it's kind of in that vibe as well. Like in terms of fall stuff, I lean towards like maybe like some apple cider stuff, maybe some cinnamon stuff or whatever. But that's usually what I lean towards in that regard. But I don't know about specific food though. It usually kind of depends.
I think you'll find that what I'm specifically saying kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, personally, I'm not a huge fan of this number 5, but you can only have so many fall foods that only pertain to one specific item. So while I could put out different variations of different things, I decided let's go unique. Let's see what it can do. Because number 5, to me, it's crockpot season. Bring out the pot roast at number 5. I don't know about you guys. At some point during the fall, I will have pot roast. At least when I was with my family, I had pot roast a good maybe like 5-6 times, which is 5 or 6 times more times than I've had pot roast
by yourself
in the other seasons.
Yeah.
So, I think it's all good. I mean, I've had pot roast here a couple of times, but fall is kind of where it leans in. You get like the fall season vegetables and spices, and you throw that in there with like normally like a roast and everything. You pull it apart, and I don't know about you guys, but I'll make pot roast sandwiches. I'll put them bitches on 2 slices of bread, cut it, eat it. I'm just a sandwich guy. I don't know what it is. Are you guys sandwich guys? Are you guys more?
Yeah,
I like
of course. Sandwiches are good go-tos. I'm not a big pot roast guy, but I can respect where you're coming from because I think the slow cooking stuff, especially with regards to like stews or anything like that, or something you have to put in a crock pot in general, that's also very fall themed.
Yeah, you're not making that in the summertime.
No.
Not having that sit there.
You're grilling in the summer.
Yeah,
like
this is a food
Yeah.
to like warm you up when it's chilly outside or at night.
exactly. But yes, I make pot roast sandwiches, and I'll throw that on like bread, put some gravy on top of it, and oh my god, I feel like I eat 90% of the things I eat are in sandwich form. I probably should branch out a little bit more, which I did have a good and old local restaurant in here. We had pepperoni balls, and I'm talking like not the small, like these motherfuckers were huge, like about 6 of them, and it was $9 for that, and you like dip it, just oozing marinara or oozing cheese and pepperoni inside. Oh my god.
We're gonna get flagged on Twitch for him talking about food porn.
I'm just getting hot just talking about it.
It does sound good.
I'm getting the meat sweats from other things besides the meat. But yes,
flannel, bud.
That's very true. But it's cold here. I'm enjoying this right now. It's cold, which means the air conditioners go in, and the heat may or may not go on. I don't know. We'll see how my budget goes. But
no heat yet.
General rule of thumb I have: I don't turn my heat on until I see my breath in my house.
Yeah. That's how it was at Northwood too.
Yes, it was.
Slippery rock.
Let it be known that Greg would have lived in the Ice Age if he had the opportunity. I get that. Save that money. But basically, should be a little dicky. Number 4. If there's one item that I particularly enjoy, and again, I tried to limit the amount of certain ingredients for things, but you can't go wrong with pumpkin bread at number 4. Good God, I would dominate some pumpkin bread. Like even pumpkin bread, pumpkin rolls, like anything of that like breadish relation.
Breadish. I would pick pumpkin rolls over pumpkin bread. I don't know if I've really had pumpkin bread too much.
But have you had it with? So we cooked it at one point, and it was amazing. Like made it, and
baked.
Yes, baked. Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
We've cooked the let Russ cook. Better than the NyQuil chickens. Pumpkin bread. We baked it, and then we put this like very like it wasn't normal butter. I don't know what kind of butter it was, but we like lathered that on, ate it. Holy shit! I was in like one of those like. The moment where you take a bite of something, you're like, oh my god, like kind of.
That was umami, yeah.
The umami phase, yeah. Like, oh my god.
Have you ever put your pork roast on the pumpkin bread and made your sandwich out of that?
I would not put it past you, honestly.
Let me point it out though. There is this guy that I do follow on TikTok all the time. I know I'm rambling a bit, but show is a
That's
show.
what we're here for.
It's your show, technically.
Exactly.
So.
Well, our show. Let's not act like you guys aren't a part of it, but.
Yeah, but it's a monarchy.
I can take Greg off right now. Watch.
Stop, don't you? He'll probably approve of it. Be like, yeah, I got the day off. There's a guy on TikTok that literally decides his lunch every single day by rolling dungeon dice, and has like a different thing per. Like he has like certain like 1 through 6 is like the protein, 1 through 6 is the bread, 1 through 6 is the cheese, and then he uses like 20-sided dice for like the condiments, and he puts like 3 of them.
Oh wow!
And they either work or they don't. So
yeah, I could imagine that'd be tough. Like sometimes it might not be good.
Well, yeah, it's like some of the bread is like it's gets mushy with the different sauces and everything, and you're just like, what the hell? Like, but I want to live like that to where like I can just eat a sandwich, make anything a sandwich. Basically a sandwich king. I don't know, some sandwiches. But pumpkin bread.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Yes. It's meat in between buns.
It's its own category to me.
But pumpkin bread, yeah, man, I love it, especially with the type of butter. I gotta see if I can like figure out what the recipe was, so maybe I can make it, bring it over, you guys, and then you guys could have your own mommy moment with the pumpkin bread. And you're like,
bring it for Halloween.
No, dude, it's called umami, not mommy. Like, what is? Like, come on, man.
Number 3.
You're on mommy moment.
Number 3. I will never have this unless it's fall. If I eat this at any other time, it makes no sense to me. Tomato soup. I will only eat tomato soup in the fall. Now, other soups, completely different story. I think like wedding soup, chicken noodle soup, like those can be eaten at any point of the seasons. Tomato soup, in my honest opinion, I don't know what it is, but it makes the most sense to eat it during the fall. It's crisp, which means the freaking weather is chilly, which means the soup is good. It's going to be hot. And unbeknownst to know, you guys, I don't like grilled cheese.
You don't like it at all?
So every time we had tomato soup when we were like, when I was a kid, like they had grilled cheese with it. And I don't know why, it just threw me off. I did not know. If I like made my own grilled cheese, I think it's the strict American grilled cheese. There wasn't anything added to it.
Yeah.
So I would always take like pepper jack and like ham or turkey and like put that with the cheese and the bread. So to make like, instead of like a grilled cheese per se, but like a panini or something. Like I needed some meat with it. I don't know.
Do you ever have the Yard?
Yeah, dude, I love the Yard.
They have good grilled cheese.
I had like the barbecue one when I was there. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
But I will not eat tomato soup unless it's fall.
I just don't like tomato soup. I won't eat it anytime.
Is there a particular
I just don't like it. Doesn't taste good to me.
I mean,
Greg, your thoughts? What do you feel about tomato soup?
Well, first of all, like I personally believe tomato soup I can have any point in the year, especially, and even if you don't like grilled cheese, like you can always put goldfish crackers in it as well to give it some.
That's true.
The grilled cheese thing is throwing me off, especially from the fact that we literally just talked before the show about how you ate a hunk of cheese beforehand. So I'm surprised that a grilled cheese doesn't do it for you.
Listen, man. It's one of those things where I've seen it's been cooked for me all the time, and I don't know if I got sick of it. I don't know if it's just, I felt like the grilled cheese to me always took away from the soup.
Well, here's the thing. Did you dip it in your soup?
I did.
So, okay. So, and it did nothing for you. Because to me, it's like the equivalent of you dunking an Oreo in milk. It's the same thing. Like it adds a different, like it adds a different taste, different texture to it that it makes it better to a degree.
Maybe it's because I felt that the sandwich got soggy when I dipped it in the soup. Maybe that's why. I mean, granted, I haven't had a grilled cheese with my tomato soup probably since I'm going to say this, probably like 20 years ago. It's been the last time since I had a grilled cheese with tomato soup. So I don't know. Maybe my brain has changed. Maybe I would enjoy it now, but I don't know. I personally just think like tomato soup, whereas like chicken noodle, you can eat when it's like, you're sick and you don't feel well. Wedding soup, it's like, it's not too heavy. You can eat that. A clam chowder, I can't eat, so I don't got to worry about that.
You're missing out.
I bet I would love me some clam chowder. Bet it would taste good. But tomato soup, in my opinion, I would always take Ritz crackers and I would put like, I don't know, like maybe like 10 crackers just like this, like in between my hands, and I would smush and go like this with the crackers so that they would fall all over the soup. And then I would like mix that in. I'm like, oh, this is, my best Adam Driver impression. Good soup. Just is. No, but it's only good soup for me during the fall. The next item is a fall favorite, but it's also a Christmas favorite. So you have to be careful where you're drawing the lines here, but I think it tastes best in the fall. And I know I said I was going to limit per item per thing. It's hard when you got something this good, and I will die for. And that is pumpkin pie.
Yeah, pumpkin pie is one of those things that like, and I love like.
You guys want to see what, Greg? I don't mean to interrupt. Yeah, exactly. Run. I was going to say, Bree was dancing in the corner, and I was going to turn the camera, but I didn't want to mess. to be fair to you, Vo, I didn't want to mess up the angles. Greg, I'm so sorry.
I appreciate it.
No, it's okay. As someone who prefers pie over cake, I wholeheartedly agree with this, but I also understand your meaning right there because I don't seek out pumpkin pie at any other point in the season. So like at any other time in the year. So that's
Yeah. We usually have it at Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Like Thanksgiving is the time. I've had it for countless. I mean, it comes back in the form of a blizzard every time in Dairy Queen during the season. Like any ice cream place automatically has pumpkin pie flavored ice cream or blizzards, which I adore. I will consume it until I am comatose. I enjoy it so much. And the thing is like for instance, Bree's dad puts a shit ton of Cool Whip on his pie. I don't use that much Cool Whip because I think it takes away from the pie. I love me a good pumpkin pie. Now, I know that you say that you don't seek it out anytime, Greg. I say my family, at least my dad's side of the family, always has a pumpkin pie and a chocolate pie for Christmas. But they will have the same thing for like fall and Thanksgiving. So I don't know if it's a preferred thing, but I would rather have the pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving and fall season, whereas like chocolate, which I don't really like chocolate pie all that much, but they do have cherry pie. I will prefer the cherry and chocolate pie in the winter, whereas pumpkin pie is in the fall. Though you have been awfully quiet. How do you feel about pumpkin pie, good sir?
I like it. Like we eat it for Thanksgiving. I don't really seek it out like you said. You mentioned chocolate pie. My aunt, for usually Thanksgiving and my birthday, she'll make an Oreo pudding pie.
Mama.
It's amazing. Like every year, that's like my gift. Like she'll bring the pie. One for Thanksgiving, give me the other one. It's like, all right, cool.
That's awesome.
I need to send you guys a recipe for an Oreo dip that I just found on TikTok not too long ago, where it's basically just like you could dip things. I've dipped Oreo into this Oreo dip before. Like it's amazing.
Talk about Inception.
You dip the Oreo in the Oreo dip?
Yes.
That's a lot of Oreo.
It's not enough. It's not enough. You know what else is not enough? My number one thing. I made this with my mom probably, I would say about first time was probably like 20 or so years ago. And my grandmother, my mom, and I would make them, and then I stopped making them for some reason, and then they kept making them, and I should have kept making them so I would know how to work it and make it again. Now I will go to the lengths of the earth, probably slap Thor with his own hammer, walk and hitchhike back without shoes uphill twice sideways in freezing conditions to have a slice of an apple dumpling. Oh.
Wait. What do you mean slice of apple dumpling? It's a
slice of apple dumpling. They're like put off into like different little things. So you like take a slice and like put it on there. Portion control, Greg.
No, but like I'm thrown off because like apple dumplings, like I don't think of them as like taking a slice of like one giant dumpling or something. Like they're their own things.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. We just did that because like there was always like, you know, you use a knife and you cut it apart, and I always considered that a slice. But
okay,
are you saying that's your number one?
Yeah, apple dumplings, 100% number one. What did you put on? Did you mess with it again?
No.
You sick. I was gonna say.
We're good.
Dude, apple dumplings are freaking delicious. They are at every fall carnival festival, and I will bite into it. And while I will enjoy it, they are not as good as the one my mom and I make. Oh my God, she destroys the kitchen with the apple dumplings. And then I will put them, I'll heat it up and put like a scoop of vanilla bean ice cream on top of it, and just watch the ice cream melt into it. Oh my God.
I'm telling you, we're gonna get banned because of all this.
How do you guys feel about apple dumplings? Like, obviously, you guys are a little surprised that it's ahead of pumpkin pie, but like, have you had?
Actually, I am not. I told you, like I seek out like apple or like cinnamon in the fall, like in terms of flavor stuff.
You did say
like
that.
I'm totally cool with like apple pie, apple dumplings, or anything along those lines. Cause like that just, I don't know why, but that warm filling and stuff that you can put it in is very, very good. So
See,
I
now
have
we're
both.
gonna get banned because you're talking about putting one.
That
I
was my
love you
first
both.
one.
Now here's the catch, though. Do you prefer apple dumplings or apple pie?
I'm a pie person, so apple pie.
I'd probably say apple pie just because I have that more than apple dumplings.
I will go and say apple dumplings because here's why.
When you literally just described the entire things you would go through for
True,
that, I'm not
true,
surprised.
true. But the different spices and everything that in seasons that you can put in an apple dumpling completely vary from what you would put in an apple pie. Like you can have apple pie on its own and be good, but then if you want an extraterrestrial experience and like feel like you're SpongeBob with the headphones lifting up into space, you put some cinnamon, you put some caramel in there, mix it up. Oh, whew, I take a break. Holy mackerel, this is
Might
amazing.
have
This
to
is
take
what
that
happens
flannel
when you wear
off.
flannel. Yeah.
Oh, it's just. I need to get Hey, honey, we're driving to get some apple dumplings after this. You good for
From
that?
where?
I have no idea, but they are fantastic, and I enjoy them, and I enjoyed making them at one point. Again, I have to relearn how to make them, but I will. Maybe I'll bring that to the potluck. Who knows, though? I'll have to figure it out. But
Bring everything.
bring everything. All right.
One of everything.
One of everything. Time for radical. Well, first of all, did I miss any foods? And when I say foods, these are foods, not liquids. So,
You hit on pumpkin bread. I was gonna say pumpkin rolls. Although we got some from Walmart and I did not like them at all.
well, were they not like? Were they like?
They were
grain?
like cloves, like too much clove flavor. I
Ew.
hate that. So I did
Greg,
not
miss
like
any
them.
foods?
Nothing too like glaring that I can think of. The pumpkin bread thing threw me off because when you were gonna bring up, I was thinking banana nut bread. That's my go-to, but that's more of a year-round thing in terms of seasonal, I think. Aside from that, nah, you're pretty good. Unless like, I mean, like for me in particular, like if you ever had like butternut squash soup,
It's been, oh God, it's been years.
if you can make it right, it'll actually turn out very, very well, and that's a very fall flavor I enjoy.
So you have to. So basically, Greg, what you're telling me is this is a very hard soup to make because it says if you make it right.
Because it's like the trick is that you can also like screw it up to a degree, and it's almost somewhat of a bisque type texture as well. So it's like it's kind of thick. Yeah.
What about a gobblerito from Mad Max?
To this day, I've never had one.
That's been. All these foods are like giving me PTSD because I haven't had them in. Like the gobblerito, I want to say it might have been double digit, maybe 8, maybe 10, maybe 8 years ago that I had one. Now it's just like, oh my God, they put all this in a
we just went there and I was thinking about it. I was like, nah, I'm not that hungry.
Do they? So they have them now?
Yeah, they're out
Yeah, I
there
was gonna-
now.
Oh, okay.
That might
I didn't
be.
think they had them this early, honestly.
Yeah, usually I thought it was like end of October, but
Or at least the middle, like not still like September.
yeah, they were on the menu. But I was like, nah, not that hungry tonight.
But all right, let's hit off with radical ranking number 2. We talked about the fall foods, but what makes fall food good if you don't have a fall beverage to go along with it? So for me, these are my top fall beverages. I gotta warn you guys. I think number 5 is absolute trash, but I can't like bring myself to not drink. This is a liquor that I literally have gotten sick off of almost every single time I've drank it, but I have to drink it every time fall comes around. It's Fireball. I don't like it. I hate it, but something in me goes, hey, you remember last year? This year will be different. We're going to make it. We're going to drink that Fireball. And I end up drinking something else after it, and my stomach is just like, Oh, you thought it was good, didn't you? Now we're gonna kill you from the inside.
I wouldn't consider Fireball to be Irish, but then again, it is whiskey, so you never know.
I'm glad you caught that, Greg. Little Irish for the whiskey, little like smoky for the Fireball. I hate it, but it's number 5. It's an experience. It's an experience that has become a tradition for me, where I will drink Fireball and then I will drink something else, and I'll be like, okay, I gotta go home and throw up. I'll see you guys later.
So I was not at the bar when this happened, but Vo, do you remember, and I don't remember if it was our junior and senior year, but there was like a Fireball recall, and apparently like at G Hill, they were just giving out free Fireball the entire time because they had to get rid of it. That to me, I wish I was there for that, because I could have only imagined the insanity that would have come for that. But for me, it's not something I would seek out either, but I don't think it's that bad. Now, like, if you had put, like, Jaeger in front of me, then I would have been like,
see, I love Jaeger. Like,
No. I have the worst hangovers ever whenever I drink a Jaeger. I could have one shot of Jaeger, like, very early in my day, and I will feel it the next day no matter what. Every time. I cannot drink Jaeger.
But that's me with Fireball, dude. Like, I will drink, like, 6 Jaeger bombs and feel nothing, but I'll drink, like, 1 shot of Fireball, and immediately my brain will go, hey, you remember how bad this was last year? Oh, it's coming back.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I don't really like cinnamon like stuff too much. I like cinnamon rolls, but other than that, like
not in my alcohol. Yeah. It's...
Well, also as someone who has been around Votash enough as he likes to preach, I don't do shots. You know,
I don't
likes to do. Yeah.
Not a shot guy.
What are you, a weenie?
Yes,
no,
he is.
because they tried to kill me on my 21st with all the nasty ones. So since then,
you're supposed to. You're supposed
21...
to.
Bo, I went through the 21 ringer of 21 shots for my 21st. What the hell? You think you're better than me?
Yeah,
no, he's a big. And then I have and then of course there was the other birthday incident.
Well,
that
hold
I'm
on
still
to that. Hold on to that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
You'll see.
Yeah, I have the other one that I'm angry about. So yeah, continue.
Yeah, continue.
Angry, but you know what's great is that you go from one alcohol in my mind that's terrible to an alcohol that I absolutely enjoy over the fall, and that's Crown Apple.
Yes! Yes!
I love Mason's Crown Apple, dude. I will put that. Oh, there's this. I don't know why, but it's always like this and like some whiskey sours like in the fall that just do it for me. I don't know what it is, but I will take shots of Crown Apple with almost everybody at a bar, like in the fall. It's that good burn. You get that decent little bit of apple. Like it's Greg, you look like you're about to like marry. What's going on here?
Let's get on to number 3.
You say you'll do shots of Crown Apple with people in a bar, huh? Don't you? Austin, I have a fun story to tell, and I'm so glad we get to do this on here right now. So, Votash's birthday, I want to say 5 years ago. I want to say 5. Yeah, 5 years ago. It was like 4 or 5 years ago. We go up to Buffalo for a road game to see the Pens and Sabres play. It's like me, him, and 6 other dudes. We go to this bar that's like right, like kind of near downtown area at like 4 o'clock. It's early in the day. Not a lot of people are there. We're drinking Molson's and Labatt's and stuff, and then we're eating. And then at one point during the festivities, someone like asks the waitress for 8 shots of Crown Royal Apple. Brings them all around, by the way. And mind you, we got these shots for free, actually. Which is
why did we get them for free, Greg? Why?
Because the bartender thought I was cute. So there's that. I had my hat on. But that's not beside the point. I watched this fool take a shot of Crown Royal Apple, put the shot glass right in front of him, dip his head down, and then slowly spit it back out into the shot glass.
Nope.
Not even without hesitation.
That's not true. It was a double shot, and I just ate a full meal.
Shut up.
It was a double shot, though. It wasn't one shot. I would have taken the one shot. It was the double one that got me.
Oh, bullshit.
No, I did spit it back into the cup because I was just like full, and then you gave me.
It was like slowly. It was one of the most depressing things I've ever seen.
It was like a slow rinse. I was like,
yes, it was so depressing.
He's like, you threw it up. Like I didn't throw it up. I spit it back in the
unbelievable.
Though, here's the thing. I don't hate it because I've done it with a similar thing, but it was a nasty alcohol. I can't remember what.
Crown Apple is not as far from
It's
nasty.
not bad. I'm saying I just ate a full meal and then you got me a double shot. So I was already full, and then
I didn't.
Someone I didn't shots.
Technically, I didn't order the shots. I just got them for free.
Technically, the waitress thought you were cute and you got free shots. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I did. I didn't order the shots. Someone else did.
Oh, man. You guys are full of energy tonight. I don't have to do a lot. You guys are doing the rest for me. We'll move on to number 3 for the sake of, moving on. Whether it's hot, whether it's cold, give me some apple cider, man, at number 3. I love me some apple cider. I will go to the farm shows and I will buy like a whole half gallon of apple cider. Whew. There's just something about it.
Yeah.
Does it need to be hot, and does it need to be alcoholic?
So here's the thing. I can drink it hot or cold. I would see this is going to make me sound like an alcoholic, but I'm not. I mean, I would prefer always if there's alcohol in it, but I'm not going to say no if there's no alcohol in it.
Fair. Just curious.
I guess hard cider. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, yeah, but you could also, even just normal apple cider.
I mean, I am talking about strictly just apple cider.
Yeah.
But you are we are more than welcome to go into the hard cider territory because I enjoy those as well. But I think if you just put did a little A/B dance.
Yeah. Did you ever go to Trax Farms?
Yeah.
I don't know if I did. If I ever have.
We went.
It's in Cranberry, technically.
No. Trax Farms is in Peters.
Which one was I thinking of? Oh, I'm thinking of Sorghum.
Yeah. But Trax Farms, they have a little food area where you buy little snacks and everything. And they had free apple cider. You go up and get a cup, just fill. You keep going back, filling up your cup. Different kinds of apple cider and everything. But since COVID happened, they took it out. So we went last year and it wasn't there. What'd you say?
What do you mean different kinds of apple cider? Like
red apple, brands? Green apple,
Oh, jeez. Oh.
Yeah, or even if you go to hard cider from God, the name of it's escaped me, the place in Lawrenceville, but you can have there's different hard ciders based on Arsenal. Thank you. Yeah, Arsenal has different ciders for different apples that you can make it with. So, and they all have different tastes as well.
And they had apple cider slushies.
Oh, that just sounds like a freaking
brain freeze for sure, but
yes,
amazing.
But if you're asking me whether I prefer it hot or cold, I prefer hot apple cider over the cold. I just think that we'll get into it later. It's one of my favorite things to do. Yeah.
Actually, you know what would go really well with hot apple cider? Fireball. Just saying.
Or Crown Apple.
Would. No, it's a little too much. But seriously, Fireball and hot apple cider might actually work really well.
They probably will. Just like number 2 will work. And you can talk about this, Greg, because
you're making him sick.
We had a whole I would say anthology of this at one point. I thought your thoughts on the bench, because number 2, pumpkin beer.
Oh, you're talking about our fearless leader going on the search for the greatest pumpkin beer in Pittsburgh. Yeah.
It was a great time.
What was number 1?
I believe it ended up being the favorite beer of our former producer who absolutely adores this beer and talks circles around it whenever it comes out, but it is pumpkin. And I, for one, am very excited. I was hoping to do this Saturday before the pit game, but that might kind of veer off since we're doing something else. But when I was at Southern Tier this past weekend, and I saw, because they usually every year, Southern Tier always does this. They'll make pumpkin and then they'll do variations of it off of it. I've seen I've seen chai tea version, I've seen coffee version, I've seen all these goofy ones. But this year, for some reason, they're adding spice to it. And they made a habanero pumpkin, which I want to try so bad.
Hell yes, Greg, you like spice though?
I love spice. I love and spicy beer as well, stuff that's made with jalapenos. Or I've had I've had beer that's made with like banana peppers. I've had beer made with ghost peppers. It's like, oh, it's so good. So I really want to try this. And I'm not a big pumpkin beer guy either. So that's even more like in my wheelhouse.
True. What was it? It had to have been probably like the middle of August. Yeah, somewhere around there. Went to a wine festival and had this scorpion pepper wine that you are normally supposed to mix with cooking. You're just supposed to cook with it. But they were handing out like samples to try it with. And I tell you, there's like the Red Hot Diamond or whatever it was. It was like a spice wine. I had beef jerky. Apparently that was so hot. People were crying over it, and I had it. And while I didn't cry, it was one of the hottest things I had. No, I don't cry from heat. I cry every day.
I love the correction.
Not from heat.
But so if you're not a fan of pumpkin, let me just say this. Have you had pumpkin beer? Do you have a particular favorite pumpkin beer if you do?
I do. It's actually on your graphic that, how do you say it? Elysian? I do like that one. Spooky Tooth is pretty good too.
Yeah, I was gonna say this. So the Spooky Tooth, the Atomic Ranger or the Atomic Pumpkin. Like I've been in a huge like Voodoo Ranger kick but like I had the Atomic Pumpkin when
Blockhouse.
Blockhouse does make a good pumpkin beer, actually. I'll give them that.
So maybe we need to redo this. Maybe we need to go to the RankKing's court, takes on all the pumpkin beers.
I have been told, since I'm an unofficial LSAS, I do have to do the pumpkin challenge.
Unofficial LSAS.
I'm an unofficial LSAS, so I technically have to do the pumpkin challenge this year, which I don't want to, but I will if need be. So we'll see.
It's beer, Greg. It'll be good.
It's pumpkin. It's all the pumpkin beers, and I have to drink all of them. I'm not talking like samples. I have to drink
a full
one. All the pumpkins. Yeah, that's
not in the same. Not in the same like hour or day. Oh, really?
Yes. That's.
Well, it's not like you're doing anything afterwards. You'll be fine.
You're not gonna be able to do anything after.
No, exactly. Like a normal.
You might turn into a pumpkin.
A normal pumpkin is like 8%, bud. Like imagine like all the offset ones that they have, and I didn't even look at everything they have.
He's gonna be like,
you'll be done after one.
He's gonna be like,
yeah.
I'm gonna go home and watch the Charlie Brown Pumpkin episode. Okay.
Don't you?
Just the word pumpkin would make him sick.
Where's the great pumpkin, Charlie Brown? Where is it?
I hate you because I do love the Great Pumpkin episode.
I love it.
I love it so much.
And to go really basic with it for number one, anything pumpkin spice. Anything pumpkin spice. Now that it's back, I have had variations. I've had, the classic pumpkin spice latte. I've had, hot and cold. I've had pumpkin cold brew coffee. Fantastic, with like a sweet cream that they use. I've had pumpkin tea. That's delicious.
Pumpkin tea.
Yeah.
Haven't seen that one.
That's good. You can thank Starbucks for that in Barnes and Noble. They always have stuff in there. But anything pumpkin spice, like I've even had what the hell is that called? I used to get it like all the time, like every other day when I was in college, and it didn't even have any coffee, and it was from Starbucks. The name is escaping me.
Was like a frappuccino.
No, like it was like a hot apple juice.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to think on that. But yeah, I would get that, and it would have like caramel and like whipped cream and everything in it, and it was delicious.
There was where did I get it? At Walmart or Coons, I got Morgan a pumpkin spice milk, like flavored milk.
Pumpkin spice milk.
Yeah, maybe it was Sheets actually.
Huh.
It was like a milkshake, like pumpkin spice milkshake, but in the little milk container.
Do you guys think we overdo with pumpkin spice?
Yes. Yes.
Maybe a little bit.
No, not a little bit. Yes, Jesus Christ. The amount of food that like we make with pumpkin spice is ridiculous.
I
Just
will say that I
went
just
grocery shopping yesterday and I saw pumpkin spice everything in the aisles. It was absurd. Too much.
To piggyback off of what Greg, I had was in Walmart, I think like 2 days ago, and they had pumpkin spiced popcorn. Like,
see, I'm not surprised by because I'm pretty sure Pittsburgh Popcorn Company does that. And that's something popular.
I mean, if they put like the icing on it, might be good.
I don't think they put icing. I think they just put pumpkin spice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to. Caramel apple spice. That's what it was. Caramel apple spice.
See, that sounds good. That sounds good. I would try.
It is very good. But I know Bree and I will probably go up to Dairy Queen and get pumpkin pie blizzards. But anything pumpkin spice, dude, I love it. I am as basic as you can get with pumpkin spice, and I will continue to always drink it.
Yeah, I would say apple cider would be my number one. Because I don't really drink pumpkin spice lattes or anything. Just throwing that out there.
Suck. Now it's time for a very special fall. Great. Oh, debate.
The flannel colors make you look more like Hulk Hogan.
All right, brother, we got a special fall debate right now. The mega powers coming together. No, I just sound like Randy Savage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cream of the crop. Ooh, yeah. Now, is the great debate is as followed. Is fall the best season? Question mark. Is fall the best season? Naturally, I'm gonna ask the question.
I have the order.
Okay.
If that's what you're gonna ask.
Yes.
Foreigner said, Vo, Greg, Austin.
Okay. So, Vo, you nerd, is fall the best season?
I would say fall is the best season. Number one, main reason, the bees are leaving. They're getting out of town. Hate bees.
What the shit?
You
Why
have
is that number one? Why is that the number one reason?
Because I hate bees, and I'm allergic to them.
Yeah, but instead we just trade them in for like some minor cicadas.
Yeah, but that's fine. They don't bother me. The bees.
Yeah.
There was one in our bathroom this morning, flying around.
Oh no,
trying to find a bee at 6 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, no, like as someone that has had bees, or I don't even know if it was like a wasp or a hornet or something, but I've had two in my house like within the past 2 years. Yeah. I don't appreciate that either.
No, it's not nice. So that's number one reason.
Yeah, what are the actual reasons?
Yeah, that is an actual reason.
Okay.
Other reasons. College football is back. Football is back. And then hockey's right around the corner. I guess it does come back in fall.
Actually, all three sports technically, because hockey, basketball, and football all start in the fall, and baseball's playoffs.
I don't care about that one.
Don't watch Two Beers Deep every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. on Twitch.
But other than sports, fall is good because the weather it's not super hot, it's not super cold. I'm not a huge fan of the cold. Like even in the morning, when my windshield's all foggy and everything, I hate that. But once you go throughout the day, it's nice and cool. You can walk around. You can wear a hoodie if you want. You can wear, you don't have to bundle up, but it's there.
Let me correct you though. It's hoodie and shorts weather.
I knew I was gonna lead in
It's hoodie and shorts weather.
Hoodie, shorts weather, and long socks with Sperry's. That's my fall attire.
I have never once owned a pair of Sperry's, and I don't think I ever will. So by all means.
Tell me you don't want these? Look how beautiful these things are.
No, but I'm good. I'm not a Sperry's guy.
Or would you like the typical boat shoe version?
I can't pull
off. Why do you have two
boat
different shoes on?
I don't have any shoes on. These are the shoes that are on my room.
Why do you have shoes just chilling by your feet? Don't you
you're on the couch? Why do you have all these shoes right there?
Because I normally come and I sit on the couch and I come home and I take my shoes off.
You just have a bunch of shoes under your couch.
What an animal this guy is.
Go ahead, Greg. Why is fall the best season?
So I'm gonna speak more. I'm thinking about kind of the negative aspect of it. So first of all,
or is fall the best season? I guess.
Well, I'm gonna parlay that in a minute. So like, I'm trying to think of stuff that I don't like about fall to begin with. I hate the pumpkin spice overload stuff because it's annoying as hell. I don't like having to rake up leaves in my front yard from them leaving my trees in the front that are dying essentially. I don't like the beginning of cold season. That's definitely something I get annoyed by. And actually, I'm glad I work from home because now I don't have to hear people in the office constantly sniffing, which is...
You mean sniffling?
Sniffling or sniffing, whatever.
Just people in the office that are like...
Same thing. Same thing. Also along the lines, too, that it's going to get dark at 5 o'clock now, which is
I don't like
also
that.
Which I get annoyed by. But all those negatives that I did just say, they are kind of already outweighed by a lot of the positives that Vo just talked about. Like I as someone who hates summer, I look forward to the fall in a great degree because of everything that Vo just said. Plus, I save a lot of money by not having to pay a lot of my electric bill anymore because my air conditioning's not running. So I'll take that. And I love wearing flannels too, and beanies too, but flannels mostly.
No, mostly beanies. Don't lie.
I do have a lot of beanies, that's fair, but I also love wearing flannels. Just saying.
2 things, Greg. Do you also save 15% or more on your car insurance?
I was hoping he said that.
2,
do
you have any beanie babies? If you wear a lot of beanies, do you wear a lot of beanie babies?
I do not wear a lot of beanie babies. If I ever have a baby, maybe I'll let them wear beanies, but that's a
We're having a baby.
Thing. Well, yeah.
You're gonna get him a beanie?
I might have to get him a beanie.
Do you want me to? I'll buy Killian some beanies. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a good little gift to start. Yeah.
This took me so long, okay? Because I love summer. It's the opportunity where, if you're in an education or like anything setting, yes.
I want to challenge you on that, bud, because I think you are biased to a degree because of the fact that you're a teacher.
That has nothing to do with it.
I think it is, bud, because
Greg's throwing the red flag.
I'm of the mindset now that none of us have to go to school anymore, we are awoken to the belief that summer in and of itself is completely overrated. Unless
I don't know. However, I enjoy because not only that, it's hot out for the first time, pools and going and doing things outside. As I have gotten older, have appreciated fall. And I will say that fall is the best season. I love the atmosphere that fall brings. And yes, it brings death because the trees die. And we
the
talk
bees.
About a holiday where things are covered in blood and dead, and you get candy that will eventually make you dead. So
candy makes you dead. You heard it here first.
That's fair, yeah.
But there's just something about it. I love the attire. I love the activities. I love the season. Very simply. There's just so many great things about fall, and I want to say more, but I don't want to spoil because in a minute, we will be right back with our top 10 of the evening, which will have to do with that. So stay tuned. Go grab a pumpkin beer.
Let's dive right into sports, as I have strong opinions on that. Which college team could beat a professional team in the same sport right now?
Okay.
There is not a single answer that is better than the LSU Tigers. defeating the Cincinnati Bengals.
Even if I know the pitch that's coming, every other part of me is still normal.
That's why it's frustrating for me, Greg.
It's like, okay, if I know what something is coming, I know ahead of time, I still have to be able to do the action to get the result that I need.
Okay, so they won 3 games in 10 years with 3 rebuilds.
I don't lose at arguments. All
Especially
right.
about fast food, so yeah.
You will never walk alone. Guess what? Now you will. Coronavirus.
I barely touch my girlfriend's cat. The most I'd be willing to do is like just kind of put my finger on its forehead and just like.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with us is Alex Kazor from Steelers Depot.
We are live with Ryan Smith, professional cornhole player in the ACL. Ryan,
What all franchises were you able to work with in the NHL?
With Phoenix, Carolina, and Detroit.
So here is Moorhead's ranking. Moorhead is my cousin. He is the rank king.
Higher
Top 10 extra Power Rangers.
Oh.
This is the top 10 emo songs of the 2000s.
There's only one correct answer for number 1. Why is F is for Family better than Futurama when Futurama is like Star Wars for potheads? Like
I know. Well, I think
We have one or two that are mad in the chat.
you're welcome for that.
Okay, we're gonna get banned.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Got a really fun top 10 for you guys tonight associated with fall. But before we do that, as always, we put our little Instagram questionnaires to all of you to see if you can get stumped or not. To which I literally got mad at one of these, Bo. I don't know if you saw them. Because my friends love to poke fun at me. So it was like, I'll wait till you get to the question.
Okay.
Like, you can go through and ask Greg.
All right, Greg, first question. When was the first day of autumn in 2022? September 1st, September 18th, September 22nd, September 24th.
I believe it was September 22nd.
You are correct.
Okay.
How many got that right?
Let's see how many people got that right. We got 19 people that got it right. It's not too bad.
Wow. How many got it wrong?
7 people.
Nerds. Idiots.
Next question. This one was a little tougher. It was, how much does the biggest pumpkin in the world weigh? 1,555 pounds, 1,991 pounds, 2,022 pounds, 2,703 pounds.
I'm gonna go 2007-3.
You're right.
Nice.
Look at that. Yeah, so one of my buddies was like, yeah, just about as much as Austin's mom weighs. I was like, oh, what the? Like, yo. I almost like wrote back like, all right, you piece of shit. But all in good faith, Tyler. Funny as hell, man.
Yeah, that one, only 6 people got that one right.
Yeah, I can imagine. At that point, you're just spitballing like a number to see if it's bigger or not.
Well,
so.
yeah, the one number, 1,991, I just did not, because 1991, the year I was born. And then 2022 was, because this is the year.
You are so self-centered.
Last one. A pumpkin is a fruit or vegetable?
It's
Oh,
a
this
fruit
one-
because there's seeds in it.
You are correct. This one, 12 people got it right, 11 people got it wrong.
That's a fruit.
It is a fruit.
Yeah.
Technically, anything with a seed in it is considered a fruit.
Fruits of labor. Well, now that that's taken care of, we move on to probably one of the funnier named ones that I've had in so long. Because these are the top 10 basic bitch things that I love about fall.
It made me laugh when I
What
saw
the
the title.
fuck are we doing?
Listen, I'm telling you, okay? There are some things that everybody will look at and be like, ew, I don't want to do that. And be like, sign me up. I'm already at the door. Let's go.
Wait a sec. Austin, are you basically just admitting to us right now that you're a basic bitch?
I am a basic bitch when it comes to fall, Greg. I will say, I literally, if the snaps
can't classify either you're basic
Snap
or you're not. That's
there's
it's the Z snap, isn't it? Like that's. Yes, thank you. Yes, the Z snap. Yes.
But in my particular, I have done all of these things. I love all of these things.
Mhm.
And shame on any of you that hate these things. But I know there's quite a few people that hate on them, which is why we're going to get into it. Okay. Number 10 is something that I love. That here's how I'll word this. I do this all the time. But when fall comes around, people will start and to do this, and I will do it with them, and I will appreciate them appreciating art. And that is watching scary movies, watching horror movies. I will watch them all year round, but when Halloween and fall comes around is when all the classics come out. When all people that normally don't watch scary movies watch scary movies, and then they put their thoughts, and then they bring. I will watch in amazement of these people that will get scared, not as a bad thing, that they get scared for like movies, and I appreciate that because I'm going to be honest, I can't remember the last time I got scared from a scary movie. It's been, now I will say, I did go see that Barbarian with my brother last weekend, and there was a scene that made me like jump, which
you got scared.
I normally don't. Here's how I'll word this. Jump scares, in my opinion, don't count because that's exactly what they're trying to do. Is they're trying to make you. It's the scary feeling of the unnerving of just the movie itself. I haven't had that feeling in so long, and I had that in a little bit for like a teeny, like maybe like 5 seconds of Barbarian. So go see it. I thought it was a really good movie. You know, it's not in my top 100, but it's still very, very good.
Yeah. Mama Whiten said, "You mean like Derek gets scared watching scary movies?"
Hey, I'm in the same boat as your son, Marsha. So I'm not like judging in any way.
We all know this. Horror movies are my bread and butter. They are my reason for why I love creativity and why I love like the more psychotic feel of nature that's fell in between. So when people start recognizing that and putting their own two thoughts on it, it makes me very happy that an art is finally getting appreciated. I mean, let's check it out. And one of my top 100 movies of the horror genre, Get Out, literally is the first time in a while that a horror movie had been recognized by all the academies and everything of how well it has been done. So you just don't see it. They're all comedies. They're all dramas. Horror films rarely see it. And when it does, it's a magical moment. So, my opinion. But number 9, crisp nights for campfires.
Are we talking like, wait a second. So like, does it have to be just a campfire, or do like bonfires in someone's backyard count?
Different things. I think that campfires and bonfires are completely different things, because campfires, you're out camping, you're relaxing, having some s'mores. Bonfires are like, let's get rowdy and drink like a pound and a half of like ale.
That's not what it is, bud. Come on.
Yeah, that's only in the movies, Austin.
No, like
you guys have not been to you guys probably have been at cool bonfires yet. Then I
guess not.
No, come on. Like, you can go to a bonfire in like a friend's backyard and drink and have a good time and chill, and you can still make s'mores as well, and you'd be just fine. And plus, you have all the amenities of a house next to you that you don't.
That's not the point, Craig. That's the exact thing that's wrong with it. It has to be outdoors with people, not in a location where any like house is related that you can go and like do the basic things. That's what make campfires and camping so great. And you people that do this shit annoy me. They're like, oh, the house is right there. Why don't we just go in? We're outside for a reason. Enjoy it. Campfire.
I kind of agree with Greg on this. Like,
Oh,
I feel like any
yes.
fire would count as this. Like in the fall, you have fires in your backyard if you have a little fire pit. Doesn't have to be a campfire.
I have friends with like a huge backyard, and I would go over and we would have bonfires out in the back, and I would go inside and get my drinks, and then I would come back out and enjoy the fire. What's wrong with that?
Get a cooler, man. I'm telling you.
No, yeah, or you put it in a cooler. It's still not a campfire. It doesn't have to be a campfire.
I believe that there is a very big distinction between a campfire and a bonfire. You guys can argue with me on that, but this is my opinion. This is why I wear the crown. And this is why...
Wait.
Go ahead.
Chip commented, "Welcome the butler. Throw a couch out there and you got a bonfire."
Oh, man. You're right, though. I mean, like, it happens. I haven't done 8 in a while, and I need to get back at it. This is, like, more like the thing that, like, people maybe don't do often, and that's apple picking. I will go and pick some apples, dude, and I will love it.
I've never in my life.
You've never gone apple picking?
I don't know
I'm
if
a
I have
city kid.
either.
Why would I go apple picking?
Yeah, you don't want to pick those city apples.
No, you do
Away from
not.
this.
No, you do not.
Them city apples, they're
City
bad
apples you don't want.
news. Listen, every time, like, in my hometown, they'd have this thing called the Apple Festival, where you'd go and do various apple activities, and one of them, you'd go and pick apples. And while most people are like, oh, that sounds kind of lame, it's kind of nice. It's relaxing. It's enjoying. You get a ladder. You hopefully don't fall off the ladder. You know, as long as you have been drinking, you'll be fine. And then you just pick some apples. It's a nice, relaxing thing that, like, I don't know, cleanses your mind. I don't know.
Is that the Delmont Apple Fest?
It might be.
Because we have gone there. That's where we got like a little grab bag with a creepy doll. And my family passes around for everyone's birthday. Like, you know you're getting this doll.
Ew. What the hell?
Yeah, it's been going on for years now.
Jesus.
All from the Apple Fest. So you want me to go and get another doll is what you're saying.
Essentially, yes.
I want you to go and pick some apples. I don't know where you're coming up with this, but...
What's he going to do with the apples once he picks them?
Take them home, Greg.
Throw them.
It's not like you're
Throw
fishing.
them at Austin when he has a bad
throw the apples
ranking.
back in the tree.
Not a bad idea.
You can make them a whole. You can take them home, have apples to eat, have apples to cook with, grind them up, have some apple cider. You know,
Austin,
it's just timey. It's nice.
Red or green apples?
Green. It should be red, but there's something about Granny Smith apples that do me right, man. Number 7. I've done this. I want to point this out. I've done this only, like, I think, like 3 times, but it's the satisfactory thing about this. It sounds so specific, but drinking hot drinks in a cardigan sweater. There's that moment where you wake up.
Now this is basic.
It's like, it's basic, but this is what I'm saying. It's basic, but I enjoy it. I've done it like 3 times. I'll wake up at like 6 a.m. It's crisp. It's fall outside. I can still feel like the dew on the ground. And I'll go out and I'll do like the 2-hand cup thing with like the mug. So like, there's something about it. I know it's very basic, but I enjoy the shit out of it.
Very basic. I can't say I've done this one.
Never. I don't think I don't own a cardigan, so like I have no recollection or way to add to this.
I need a bigger. I used to have a bunch of cardigan sweaters, but now they don't fit me anymore because I'm a little bit bigger. But I need to get like some cardigans, maybe a nice book. Sit out there on the porch, rock back and forth in the chair.
Wait, you read?
A little bit.
Picture
when
book.
It's outside.
It's a picture book or a
Yeah.
magazine.
The Fox ran
comic book, yeah.
Comic book, yes.
Yeah, like one of these,
And
things.
books with the pictures, yeah. I'm loving this Hallmark movie version tonight. Listen, I'm telling you, Marsha, this is what I always did. Yeah, I wish that I could do this more. But yes, number 7 was that. Number 6, I'm going to have to do it once or twice, and I love it. It's just what everybody else likes it, and that's pumpkin patch trips. I enjoy going to the pumpkin patch.
It's always a good time.
Get out some pumpkins. You know, there's always like, depending on what kind of pumpkin patch you're at, there's maybe booze. There's like little hay rides and stuff. There's
booze and booze.
Yeah, literally. I was gonna say, since you are somewhat up there, I'm guessing you are a Sorgles guy now.
I'm a what?
Sorgles guy.
He doesn't even know what it is.
Yeah.
Apparently.
No, I enjoy pumpkins though, man. I enjoy picking them and everything, and I sometimes we'll get them and then we'll make like the jack-o'-lanterns out of them and everything. That's another thing. You guys like cutting pumpkins or like making jack-o'-lanterns?
Last year was the first time I've like carved a pumpkin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't.
It was a good
I
time.
haven't done. I was gonna say I haven't done any of that since I was probably like 8 or 9. So it's been a while.
You know what? Since Morgan's watching now, she started growing her own pumpkins in the backyard, and there is one growing, like, decent size now.
The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown!
It's Morgan and the Great Pumpkin.
I've done it. I did it a lot when I was a kid, and then I took a break from it, and then whenever, like, Bree and I started dating, her family carved pumpkins, because my family just never really did it. Like, ever.
Yeah, that's how
know,
we were,
they didn't want
too.
to.
We painted them sometimes, but not...
True, yeah. And then, you know, we had all these designs, and I very cautious about my art because I'm just not good at it. I draw bad stick figures, so I figured why would I carve pumpkins that are bad, you know? But I had pretty good ones, I would say. I had a bat at one point. I had the... I actually don't remember what the one I made like a ghost or something, but it was spooky. I'll give you that. I don't know what Chip's comment was.
Probably about me carving a pumpkin for the first time.
Oh, okay.
That's what I would assume.
Can't believe your family didn't tear pumpkins. Austin did too. I know.
They didn't trust us with the tools growing up.
Probably.
That's what it was.
And Marsha, maybe when I was a kid, like really young, maybe they did it. But honestly, I can't remember a time where like we as family would sit down and carve pumpkins. I actually don't remember. So
yeah,
I don't know if it even happened.
Like I said, we like painted them or even like drew on with markers.
Shit. We didn't play on the streets, but we carved pumpkins. But yeah, I don't know. I wish. Maybe that's a tradition I need to start back up, but I don't know how we would do that. Number 6 was pumpkin patch trips. Now we move on to number 5, which is thinking about soup. I gotta focus.
About soup.
I gotta focus.
This is number 5.
I'm sorry. What?
I'm shifting into soup mode. There are times where I am just cold, and I was like, what can be amazing right now? Oh, good soup. Good soup. I think about soup when I'm cold, man. I don't know. Whether it's broccoli cheddar, tomato, chicken noodle, wedding. I ran out of soups. There's other soups out there.
Go to Panera Bread then and get yourself some soup.
I'll make my own damn soup. Vegetable soup. That's another soup. How many soups are there? There's a lot of soups.
There's plenty. There's plenty, dude. Trust me.
But I don't know. I know I said at the beginning, like certain soups I'll eat. Soup is a dinner that I will have a lot during the fall. I love soup. I love saying soup. You know, if you get into a sauna and you turn off the bubbles, you're in a soup. The ocean is a giant soup.
Can you tell me the difference between a soup and a stew?
One goes soup and the other goes stew.
So no difference. Okay.
That's an interesting question.
What is the difference?
I don't think there is a difference, bud.
Hold on. This is worthy of a Google search. Hold on.
Yeah.
I know, because I know, like, bisque, the difference with that is I believe there's cream in it. So that's, like,
Interesting enough, the first thing that comes up is what's the difference between bourbon and whiskey. So, what's the difference between...
There is a legit difference, actually. I will confirm
stew.
that. And they taste different, actually.
Soup is any combination of ingredients cooked in a... Soup is any combination of ingredients cooked in liquid. Stew is any dish that's prepared by stewing. Which is
what
submerging...
the fuck is stewing?
which is submerging the ingredients with just enough liquid to cook them through at a simmer in a covered pot for a long time.
They literally sound like the exact same thing.
Well,
except
not entirely, because chicken noodle soup, you don't have to stew anything. You don't have to put any vegetables in there or anything to have it like stew.
I think soup or stew is just soup made by stew.
Now we're just getting into some messed up stuff.
Listen, I will say, does anybody go corning anymore? Yes. Chip, you corned my house a few times, fella. I remember this. When I would walk down just... Stew usually, so Mama Wine puts in, stew usually has potatoes and lots of meat. Or liquid in soup. And soup is just a word to say. You guys ever watch, like, I would watch the video after this of the guy in a soup store. Just watch that after this.
What?
You'll appreciate it.
Chip, what exactly is corning? Just like...
Well, you don't know what corning is?
Not, like, is it just putting corn on someone's
No,
porch
it's
or
not.
something?
It's like you go and you go and you like throw it at their door. And run away.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
The corn kid is upset. We'll head to number 4. From thinking about soup to fall flannels, baby. I love the attire of putting on a nice warm flannel. I never have it any other time. Like in the winter, I'm normally wearing sweaters, which is not saying I don't wear sweaters in the fall either, but I will primarily wear flannels in the fall. That's just how it is. I know that in some of these, like for this one's not very fluffy, but I will wear the fluffy ones with like a vest, some nice jeans, some boots. Makes me feel like I'm like riding like hey, welcome to like Second with Gamma. How are you? Like kind of thing. Like it's a fraternity.
Flannels? No, that's like I could respect that a little bit, bud. But that the way you just described that, that's more like sport coat and stuff like that.
I don't know.
Yeah,
it's very like country bushwhacker like fraternity kind of thing. But that's just me. I do enjoy flannels. I will wear them all the time in the fall. How do you guys feel about them?
Oh, I love flannels. Love them. I actually wouldn't mind buying more now that I think about it.
Even
like,
I have that flannel jacket.
I need more flannels.
Do you have the jacket that's like a flannel jacket?
See, I had like a different. It was that, but it wasn't. It's really hard to say. It was like almost like a work sports coat jacket kind of thing. But I need to get the actual like North Face kind of like thrown on one.
Yeah, I don't have a flannel jacket. Like I lean towards more jean jacket or bomber jackets than I do.
Chip, you stay out of my city. Stay out. I'm so sorry for you, city.
We're going to Butler.
Oh my God.
Keep your door open if you want dinner.
It's gone. Can you imagine if you just played that really loud and just threw it? That's the new thing. Dude, yeah, I love. Sounds like a Florida Georgia line thing. Florida Georgia. Yeah, I mean, have a bunch of like gang members, Florida Georgia line, like, hey, you want to listen to this country music, boy? You'll put the hair around on the chest. After we'll go get some nice hard apple cider. Call it a day. But number 4, fall flannels. We move to number 3. Which you guys both brought it up, but I'm going to put it in a different perspective. Getting shit-faced for college football. There's nothing better, man. Cheering on your team. If what I could put in this into perspective, which is different because it's an NFL perspective, but it's the guy that is like, has the Minnesota mom yelling at him, and he's like, "Go Birds! Go Birds! Go Birds!" Like, just having that kind of like feeling for your college team, going there, being like, your team's a piece of shit. No, your team's a piece of shit. Like, it feels like it's a better rivalry when it's college. Now, I'm not saying that NFL rivalries are any different, but the college rivalries get personal. You know,
you should have been there at the backyard brawl last month.
That's what I heard.
That would have been that basically describes that perfectly.
And they sounded just like that.
Have you guys ever seen that video though, where the mom is just like leaning in and yelling at him, and the Eagles fan is just shit faced. He's like, "Go Birds!" You guys gotta see that after this. It's so
I
funny.
don't think I've seen that one. Another good thing about college football, though, is like college game day, like the signs.
Yes.
There's
the signs.
There's so many
the
good ones
picks,
on there.
Like the celebrity pick'ems, like they don't do that for the NFL. They just don't. It's a whole different breed of atmosphere. And go Texas A&M, because that's the team that I cheer for. So.
What?
Yeah.
You're an Aggies
Any
fan?
reason?
Really?
Yeah. I was a big Johnny football guy, so I just got stuck with that.
Wow.
Listen,
dude,
I'm not
definitely.
I'm not a Pitt fan, not a Penn State fan, so I was like, what do I do? You know, I needed a team.
Well, I mean, first of all, thank God you didn't become a West Virginia fan, or else I don't know if we could be friends. But
Yeah, we wouldn't have this show.
Yeah, we wouldn't have this show. Texas A&M though, geez. Well, first of all, definitely don't watch Two Beers Deep every Thursday at 6:30 on Twitch because we at 7 on Twitch. Sorry, we bury.
Yeah, you guys talk a lot
We
of shit.
bury Jimbo Fisher all the time.
I've seen some shows where you guys just trash the Aggies. It's hard to
Fun,
really
because they're frauds. They're frauds.
Fun fact though, my first ever fitted hat was a Texas A&M hat.
Yeah, boy.
One of those
really?
Zephyr, well, not fitted. One of those Zephyr hats. Do you remember those?
Is it one of the ones that you used to get like Steve? Was it one of the ones you got like Stephen Barry's or something? Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
So it's funny that you say that because you guys are both Pitt fans, which my dad, you guys would hate watching football. My dad, he went 2 years to Penn State and then transferred and finished out those other two years at WVU.
Don't say it.
At West
Oh
Virginia
my
University. God. He was a big Will Greer fan when he came on High Rise.
Jesus Christ.
Listen,
probably like Kevin Pittsnoggle too.
Let's move on to number 2. This is something that I love, but I also get really pissed at. So I'm a bit of a hypocrite on this one. Cringy couple Halloween costumes.
See, here's the thing. Certain ones can actually go very well.
These ones don't. The ones that I have a picture of, they don't.
I don't know the picture, but which one?
It's peanut butter and jelly and a chocolate chip cookie and a milk carton. Which that one's kind of funny.
But it's like the people that will wear. I've seen how many times where it's the prisoner and the cop, or have some fun with it. Now I'm not hating on it because it is a cringe thing, which I love cringe, and I will obviously make that standpoint. But the deer and the hunter, and it's always the same photo too. It's always the guy who's dressed as the hunter, throwing the person that's the deer over the back. I'm like, look what I bagged today. Ew, it's gross. Yeah. Stop doing that. But then you have costumes that Bree and I had last year, where I went as Carl.
You want to talk cringe? Yeah, that was cringe.
Where I went as Carl Weezer and Bree went as Shimmy's mom.
Yeah, that was cringe. Very
or you could
cringe.
have a great costume like Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Savage.
Yeah,
that was funny.
Or Foreigner is the ranking.
Yeah, that was a.
He just needed a rank queen with him.
That was the cringiest of them all. I'm trying to think of some other ones because there's so many. Cosmo.
I actually do.
I see every.
I was gonna say I do know Deeks this year, and it's actually kind of funny.
I told Vo what Bree and I, and it's kind of she said it last year. So I'm interested to see how it plays out going into this. We have done literally nothing to prepare for it, so we'll have to see what
It's not October yet. We don't
know what we're being. Chip and Marsha, you're invited. Halloween party.
Are you guys being Chip and Marsha? Is that it?
No.
Through an idea. Yeah, and I'm trying to think of other ones. What the hell?
The one picture was a baseball player, and the girl had a baseball in her stomach.
Oh yeah, it's a football player and a referee.
Yeah.
Or the outlet. Oh my god, I've seen how many outlet ones. It's not funny anymore. We're not 10 years old, dude.
Dude, come on. Like, it's not their fault that people scramble and go to Spirit Halloween and just find whatever's left on the shelf. Like,
There's a fork and spoon. What else?
What the hell?
I've seen like bacon and eggs. I've seen like yeah, I mean like there's
bacon and eggs.
Yeah, like there's some or Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a great
every single
one.
year. Every single year.
This one's the Jamaican bobsled team. It's like
that's incredible. That's incredible. Yes.
Hold on. There's like a spider. There was a Spider-Man dinosaur costume, which was interesting. Oh, The Incredibles, like that was one. Woody and
Jesse,
Bo Peep.
Oh,
Jesse,
okay.
One of those two.
Ketchup and mustard.
Yeah. If I have to see one more like Mickey and Minnie, I swear to God.
I'm just pointing out that this. I'm just pointing out that this is a list of stuff you like.
Yes.
Just saying. So,
But I again, I'm very hypocritical about this one, but there is one that I really enjoy. It's I'll show you. They made like Lego, like wedding costume where they're just like the little like Lego hat and like Lego head and like Lego arms and everything.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
And finally, at number 1, it was put in the comments. It's one of my favorite things to do. Haunted corn mazes, haunted houses. My absolute favorite fall. Oh, Greg, please. Please.
Greg, have you ever gone to a haunted house?
Maybe like the ones at Fright Night when I was like 14 or something like that, but that's really about it.
I promise you, I love this because I will walk with Bree and I will feel my hand get crushed as we are like walking through this. And I'm like, what is the big deal? Like it's funny. It's fun for me. It's fun to be scared for that. That's the whole point. Why else are you going if you don't want to get scared? But like there are these, which I guess like scare houses now at like the Pittsburgh Mills, which is crazy. I don't know how that's even a thing. But
because the Mills is bankrupt.
No, that's very true. There's a haunted house that I just witnessed that if you drive like 2 hours, you have to sign a waiver, and they are fully able to do like whatever they want, man.
I don't know if I'd like that one.
They like can like take you and like separate you from your group without you like everyone else noticing. You can turn around and be like, where? And it feels like a true like horror scenario, which is why I'm like, okay, that's kind of dope. But also, am I gonna make it out alive? That's the tension.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm psychotic with that. I love it. I don't know.
You got to go with Morgan. When we went last year, the one she's walking around like, I'm on high alert, high alert. Like
so she just put that high alert.
It was funny. Like even the people working it were cracking up because they were just caught off guard by it.
But like I would walk through and like the people that are like they do well at their jobs. They are legitimately like doing that to try and scare you. But sometimes I just don't get scared when they do it. And so they'll be like, I'm like, hey, how you doing? Wonderful weather we're having. And they'll be like, yeah. Just go back into their holes. But like, you gotta have conversation with these people. It's fun. Because if you like immediately, I remember the one friend that I was with, she absolutely hated like the chainsaws that like the clowns would always like hit off. So I was like, hey, you see that person right there? Like talking to them.
Yeah.
Like she really hates that.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah, it's fun. And like, yeah, granted, like she like was very mad at me when I did that, but it was.
Yeah, we did that. You remember Marty? You know Marty, right?
Martier? I think so, yeah.
We went to one and he hates clowns. So like we were ahead of the group and we're like, hey, the guy behind us, his name's Marty. Like he hates clowns. Like, he's like, oh, good to know. And he goes up, he's like, hi, I'm Marty. Like, and you just hear him like, oh no.
I will point out, I normally go through everything without a single. There was one time where I went in, saw it, and I said, I'm good. And I walked out, and it was like the first time that I had ever done that. Cognac Lake, I think, maybe
the
does
13
like
level
13 haunted houses
Yeah.
that they do. There is one where there's one thing that I don't do, like in all aspects of horror.
I think I know what you're gonna say.
What?
I think I know what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
Yeah, what do you think?
No, go ahead.
No, you interrupted me.
I like interrupting you.
I know.
It's my thing.
It is pretty fun.
Demonic children.
I think. That's not what.
Demonic children. I can't do it. It's like I walked into they like use this like Western house as like some kind of motel kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I walked in and I walked up. I was fine, and then I walked up the room and into like this nursery, and all I heard was. And I said, "Oh, I'm gonna turn around, and get the hell out of here! No thanks." And when I went and turned around, there was a hand that from underneath the crib like grabbed me.
Oh no!
I was like, "Oh shit!" And I was like, the first time I like was like caught off guard ever at like one of those things, and like I had to stop myself because I almost stepped on the person's hand because I was so frightened.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say they had the one room was it was like inflatable walls you had to walk through.
See,
I hated those.
I don't mind them because I know some people do get claustrophobic when it comes to that. But what my friend was like with that, and I like legitimately was like, "See ya," and I ran through the thing, and they were like, "Wait!"
And then our one friend was like in the front, and he took a wrong turn and then ended up behind us. Like he walked out of the haunted house and back in somewhere. We're like, "Where'd he go?" And then he like felt his hand on your back, and we're like, "Oh god!"
But jeez, they had one where like a house of mirrors kind of scenario. There was one point where I legitimately like walked right into it. I was like, "Ah, shit!" Like, I don't know. I like it. I know, like, and that's the goal. Is that one point in Thoughts from the Bench, we all need to go, and we are putting Greg through the 13 haunted houses.
That would be epic. I don't think Greg would go, but
you get a shot every time you go through a house, Greg, to ease the pain.
No.
I enjoy them. I'm glad that you guys do. This has been a wonderful episode. I love fall. I love the scariness. I love the feeling of the cold, relaxing, like easing anxiety feeling of fall that fall brings. So,
Greg, do you think he missed anything?
In terms of stuff to like about fall, well, here's the thing. Me and you aren't really basic bitches, so like we don't really know what would qualify on this list. So
yeah,
I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I would have to go off of the expert, which is clearly the basic bitch that is Austin Moorhead.
Give it what you want. I enjoy it. Oh, we are cracking down, boys. It is episode 98 tonight for fall. We got 2 episodes until, well, we got 1 episode after this, and then it will be our 100th episode where Forager will be joining us
in the parking lot.
In the parking lot, brass knucks in hand, fighting. I don't know, maybe.
Can we end the show with you two fighting?
We haven't decided on this yet, so we'll see.
We'll have to go. But thank you to everyone in the chat for a wonderful evening. Mama White and Chip, Morgan, you guys have been wonderful.
And the cricket in the background.
And yes, have you guys been hearing that too?
I wanted to play a joke so bad, but I just didn't. I did, but I just like I had to like let it go. Just
do you understand how frustrating it is? I didn't sleep a lot last night. I can't find the damn thing, and it's downstairs in the basement.
Oh, it's all the way down there.
Yes.
How did you get in your basement?
It's been I don't know. That's the thing. It's been nonstop.
Are you scared of your basement?
No, I'm not.
Then go get it.
I'm not.
Go.
I don't know where it is in the basement.
You just have to make cricket noises back, and you'll find it.
Okay. That's
not cricket noises. That's just you walking.
Waddling. We'll see you guys back here for next week. 6:30 on Tuesdays for episode 99. Don't know what it is. Don't know who to guess. You know what it is. So instead, I guess like it's hard because normally this is where I go gavel Greg. So I have to go righteous Ryan. So or ferocious Vo.
I like that.
Votesh.
Sound creepy.
Votesh.
Yes.
Court is adjourned.
Court is adjourned.